Hi guys, it's Jenna, and today I'm going to tell you how I grew my Instagram following to 2,000. I'm going to give you the play-by-play, the step-by-step on all the things that I've done in the last 6 months to reach this milestone. Okay, let's get started. My name is Jenna. I am a social media manager and an Instagram educator. Now, I have spent years growing accounts. I've grown Instagram accounts, I've grown Facebook accounts, I still do it, I do it every day. But I had never focused on my own. I know that it's a horrible faux pas and it's a really bad example to set, but I just never done it. I used to give consultations to businesses and be like, oh, but like, here are the rules, but don't look at my account because I'm just a user. I'm just like a regular old user, not a business, so don't look at my account because I'm setting a bad example. When quarantine hit, I was like, I have all the time now. I can't say that I don't. I know that I'm going hard into my business and I've got to take myself seriously, and it's finally time to focus on my own Instagram account and grow my Instagram account. So in the last 6 months, I have grown to 2,000 followers, which is pretty exciting. Thank you for being here. That is up around like somewhere between 400 and 600 people. I'm not exactly sure. So the thing that I'm most proud of is these people that are now following me. You guys, you're not random. You are very specific, and most of you are my ideal customers. You're my ideal students and you're my ideal clients. And that's really important to me because if you followed me for a minute, you know that I never promote just growing your following randomly. I'm not about that number. I don't think that following metric really means anything at all. But when you know that you've packed your following list full of your clients and your community, it just feels so good, and that's what I've done, and so that's what I'm really the most proud of. So I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it. Here we go. The first thing I did was I committed to using Instagram for business. I stopped diluting my followers across multiple platforms and I focused all my energy on Instagram. Now that's important. Commitment is going to be an ongoing theme in these tips. Because you have to make the decision. Organic growth doesn't happen overnight. It happens over a span of multiple months, over multiple years, and that's how you get a following that actually engages with your post, that actually buys your product or service. That's how you do it, and it takes time. So we need to commit, and we need to decide that we're going to commit for X amount of months. Now, if you want to go back and forth, like for 1 quarter of the year, I'm going to focus on Facebook, and then for 1 quarter, I'm going to focus on Instagram. That works too. I've now done 2 quarters on Instagram, and I'm continuing on Instagram. And how that helps is you're always sending all your followers to the same location. So if I do a guest speaking somewhere, I'm not going to say, yeah, and go to my website and like me on Facebook and follow me on Instagram. I'm not going to say all that and confuse my audience. I'm just going to say, follow me on Instagram. Here's my Instagram handle. 1 directive, 1 action I want my audience to take, nice and clear. I don't need to stop and think about it. I don't need to fumble over my words. I send people right to Instagram, and that's part of this dedication. So the second thing is lead with value and know why it's important that people follow you. So instead of saying, I want people to follow me because I want followers and I want customers, think, what do people gain from looking at my content? Am I educating or inspiring or entertaining them? What do you get from looking at me and my page? Now that's really important. And you'll hear this again and again. I don't know any Instagram educator who's not saying this. Lead with value. Give something back to your followers. Know that when they come here, they're not just stroking your ego, they're taking something away, and that's how they're gonna stick around. Another thing I started doing was posting more regularly. Now, I've had people come to me and say that businesses have advised them to post 5 times a day. No, that is so hard. I promise you have something better to do with your time than create and monitor 5 posts a day. Like I would never recommend that for anybody. I would never, and I would doubt that those posts are all like high quality and full of value at that number of posts. Like, no, you're not doing that. I will not make you do that. So for me, I post twice a week, sometimes 3 times. My clients post 4 to 5 times a week plus stories. And I know that I'm slacking. I know that I post less than I would normally advise, but it's also so important if you're gonna stay consistent on Instagram over a long period of time that you choose a number that's sustainable. And really, to sum it up, all you need to do is make sure that you're consistent. If you're gonna post 2 times a week, post 2 times every single week. What's happening is your followers get into a rhythm of seeing your content. If they fall out of that rhythm, that's when you post something and your followers aren't seeing it, right? 10 to 20% of your followers are seeing it because everybody else has fallen out of the rhythm of having your stuff pop up in their newsfeed. So it's really important to stay consistent, and 6 months ago, I got consistent. Another thing I did was I hired someone to kick my ass. That was a big one. So there are people out there who already are exceptional at all the things that we want to learn how to do. And I think that we should hire them. Every time I have hired someone, my business has exploded to the next tier. And in this case, I hired a business coach, and she's amazing. She gives me actionables. I've now joined a community of her students, and we all have the same goals. We all are service providers who also have an online program. And we're all trying to build our accounts up full of our ideal customers. And I've been able to be a resource in that group for people because this inspires me. Like, growing social media doesn't bring me down, it energizes me. So I'm so more than happy to share that energy with people. I hired someone to kick my ass, and I recommend you do. It is very valuable to have someone there to help you and hold you accountable. I also added an engagement strategy. So when you post, your post is shown to some of your followers. If those followers engage with it, it's shown to more of your followers. If those folks engage with it, Instagram goes, oh, okay, it looks like people are engaging with this post. Let's show it to even more of your followers. But Instagram, unless you make it to explore, Instagram isn't helping you be seen by new people. That's up to us. We need to build things into our strategy that help our content be seen by the masses. We need to spend specific time on Instagram that's dedicated to going out and meeting new people and starting new relationships and welcoming them back to our page. So I added that strategy, which I've always done for my clients, but I never really did it for myself. And listen, my engagement strategy is a fraction of the size of the engagement strategy I do for my clients, which is why this is such a key piece, because it really, really works. So I added maybe 30 minutes a week of this, and my clients' engagement strategy is at least 15 minutes a day, but usually quite a bit more. So we added that. I also jumped on new trends as soon as they happened. So here's the thing. When Instagram or Facebook launch a new feature, they want to test and see if it works, see if it's broken, see if people like it. They want to figure it out. So when they launch a new feature and you use it, Instagram will prioritize your content, which is so good. So when stories launched, when geotagging launched, when check-ins launched, all of these things, they want to know if it works. So what's launched in the last 6 months? Reels. As soon as Reels launched in Canada, I used it the next day. One of my initial Reels got 450,000 views and brought a bunch of people back to my page. I have a Reel with like 150,000, 90,000. Now they're starting to level out and just get a few thousand views each, which is much more realistic. But as soon as Instagram launches a feature, go out, play around with it. You'll be a crusader. You might not know exactly how it works, but even just by fiddling around with it, you can usually get some pretty amazing growth just from that. Something else I did that is so important is I locked in who my target audience is. So I keep saying that we want to fill your following with your ideal customer, your ideal student, your target audience. But if we're going to do that, and we're going to be so intentional with the people we're trying to bring back and welcome into our Instagram presence, then we need to know exactly who those people are. So think about psychographic, think about demographic, think about who your customers are so that you know exactly who to reach out to and who to bring back to your page. I started collaborating. Now, collaborating is so fun for me because especially now we are inside our houses, we don't have very many places to go. So I have been collaborating virtually, and that is bringing a load of people back to my page. So I'm finding digital places to guest speak, podcasts, live streams, Facebook groups I'm visiting, and making myself known in those places, and then circling everyone back to Instagram. And because I'm focusing on Instagram right now, I know that that's exactly where I'm going to send them. Now, I do have one other piece. When people get here, I also direct them to my free download in my bio, which helps me to collect your email and also continue to provide a bunch of free tips and tricks on excelling on Instagram, which is what my freebie is, and the link's in my bio. So the link's in my bio if you want that. But so I do have that second piece, but I know that if I don't say that and I just bring back people to Instagram, I'm also gonna be growing my mailing list, because once you get over here, I'm gonna tell you about that. So I'm making myself present in a bunch of different communities and trying to meet people virtually that way and sending them back to Instagram. Create content at home, since again, we're not going out. I know a lot of people are struggling for images and content to post. So I got so fast at using Canva. Canva makes free graphic design. You don't need any technical skills or graphic design ability. Trust me, I don't have those things to create content on Canva. Explore royalty-free websites, and don't just use the first one that you find, because there are so many incredible royalty-free image websites out there. Also, using your phone to take pictures. Phone photography is so popular right now. It seems on Instagram, it kind of goes in waves. And right now, polished and perfect and airbrushed photos don't do as well as a selfie with an iPhone. Use your phone, embrace phone photography, and don't be afraid to just explore and take pictures around the house. If you take 20 pictures, one of them is gonna be good, right? Video content. Okay, Google, stop. Creating videos, creating reels, they're meant to look like fast and dirty. Reels are meant to look like that. If you overproduce a reel, it's probably not gonna do very well. So I found ways to create content just sitting here at home. All right, guys, that's it. That's what I did. That is how I grew my account to 2,000 by focusing on Instagram for 6 months. And you guys can do it too. In my program, Instagram, Your Magic Marketing Machine, I teach all of this and then some in great detail and really make it easy for you to blow up your business on Instagram. So grab my freebie. There's also a wait list at the link in my bio for my Instagram Mastery Masterclass. So pop on there, join me in Instagram Your Magic Marketing Machine. And that's all for today. Thanks for being here.